Hello, Karen, Soul Symbols, Astrology and Tarot, and I'm here to give you a weekly tarot, your weekend tarot reading. I might do another one during the week. So today I thought we would read the energy working with this week. Now, I've just finished doing my new moon astrology forecast, and I shuffled the oracle cards to find the kind of sense of uh, energies that we were working with this week. And what I got, I'm going to have to put my broken glasses on. I need to go and fix them. And what I got was just so blew me away, given what I said. And it's the divine matrix. Okay. So I'm not going to talk about the new moon in Leo video, which will come out Sunday, but it relates. So it is the energy. Oh, there we go. That's better. It's the energy of thought. It's mental energy. Okay. So this card is about the realm of spirit, the knowledge that we're all divine beings, part of a tapestry, interconnected, and we're weaving our dreams into the fabric of reality. It's about synchronicity, learning to trust the process and the way things unfold. So the book is saying that we can get trapped in the idea that the world is a place of separate parts with space between them, because the true quantum spiritual nature of reality can be confusing. So it's that web of life, it's that Indra's web, it's that spider's web, which interconnects everything. And funny enough, I'll share my personal card today. Was the jeweled web. So there's a lot going on here. We are being pulled to connect to everything, to connect to all that is spiritual, divine, our souls, connect within our bodies, our minds, our souls, our energetic, our energetics, to connect within and then to connect to others, you know, our partners, families, community, across the world. This is the divine matrix, but not just that. I think we're being called very much to see everything as a jeweled web, as a matrix, as Indra's web, full of jewels, full of beauty. So we go out into nature, and if we are listening, if we are observant and not passing through with headphones on or scrolling, um, then we can interconnect to everything. You look at I was sat out watching the swallows and listening to them and watching them in their activity. Everything speaks. It's not whispering, it's shouting. There are messages everywhere in every part of nature. Can you hear the gulls? Every part of nature is speaking, and that gull was just yelling. Yeah, so we need to be aware of that. We get so insular, we get so caught up in ourselves, in the difficulties. It's easy to get caught up in the difficulties, to feel alone. But even if we are physically alone, we are not alone, because we are interconnected with everything that is. Spirit runs through everything that we can see and everything that is unseen, and it is there to support us. And if we listen, we can find our path through, that thread of web, that divine matrix. But we need to be open to those messages. So that is our main card. What I'm going to do is I am going to, where's my tarot? I'm going to throw some tarot and see what else Spirit has to say to us about this. Yeah, it was pretty mind-blowing getting that card. I mean, that one needs to come. Go watch that. Okay. Should be out Sunday night, Monday, depending where you're at. Okay, it's the weekly astrology. So, oh, It's just a beautiful card. It just ties in with everything I've just recorded. I'm pretty amazed, really. I can't say, oh goodness, look, and there's a beautiful, that's our bottom energy, the Two of Cups. That I'm going to change my glasses because I should look like I should look like I'm all skewy. That's better. These fit better. Two of Cups. Okay. We often see this as the card of, like a bit like the lovers. But what we have there, we've got the Carduceus. Okay. Rod of Asclepius. It's about the joining of the yin, the yang, the male, the female. So again, this could be a message for someone with this being the bottom energy. You may have disconnections between uh, either within you, with what Jung called your animus and anima, your masculine, your feminine, that kind of receptivity in you and the action. There may be a disconnect. You may be very receptive, very intuitive, get very inspired, but you're not putting that out there. You're not acting, you're not pushing your wheel through to put that into action. And we need both of them. We need to be incoming and outgoing, receptive and active. Okay. Could be the other way round. It could be that actually you're very good at the action, but less good at sitting back and receiving messages or receiving correction or receiving peace, harmony within you. You might be busy, 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 busy. And spirit is saying, calm. That's what spirit's saying to you. And this could be quite literal. It could be that it could be to do with your partner, in the sense of you could be going on the next step of your relationship. You could be falling in love. It could be that the masculine or feminine who is your partner in life is round the corner. It could be just a sign that you're on the right path with someone. And it doesn't have to be a lover, it can be a male or female counterpart. But it's that connectivity, it's that um, making the two things into one. Yeah, it's that kind of energy. So, what do we have here? Okay, oh, beautiful. Sec. Okay. So, I'm thinking this person here is a young energy and a very intellectual energy, kind of like thrashing the sword around. So that could be thoughts. If you came with that, if you resonated with that, it could be someone you're having difficulty with, and this can be a masculine or feminine energy. It's a young energy, and young doesn't always mean in age. It can be an older person with an immature way of thinking. But that could be the person who is bringing in the difficulty, or it could be the person who is bringing in that connectivity with you. But this is kind of young, inspiring, quick thinking, kind of like a Gemini figure. Yeah, and with that Two of Cups always reminds me of the lovers, and that's Gemini, it denotes Gemini. So it could be a Gemini energy, someone who is quick-witted, fast thinking, curious. Yeah. So that could be the energy that you're dealing with. It could be you, it could be you, could be you. But there's a sense of needing to not rush. I mean, the swords with the mind, sometimes we get so inspired, we go rushing off and make one hell of a mess. Because we haven't thought it through properly. We're just like burning with passion and inspiration, and we go do the wrong thing. So we've got the seven of Pentacles. So this is kind of looking at the work, looking at the material, and it can be anything in the material. It can be a relationship, money, job, home, whatever the connection for you, with this divine matrix. we are talking about connectivity. So again, it can be where you are connected or where there's a difficulty with connection. So it's asking you to step back to view whether it's your relationship, your job, your home, whatever area that is, just to review it. Have a look at the material, have a look at what's manifesting around you, and take some time to reflect on that. Because sometimes, if there's chaos, it's not always full. The chaos has come to bring that kind of inspiration, to bring that connectivity back for us. Okay. So, yeah, just take time to reflect, have a look at what's going on in your world around you, in your home, in your workplace, out in the community, wherever you're making those material connections. Just have a look at it. Have a look at how you think with the swords, how you think about the material, how you bring that kind of air and earth together. What inspires you? You know, is the work you've done what you expected it to? Reflect, see if there's a disconnection there, because spirit is wanting to bring in that energy of the divine matrix, but also of that connectivity, that emotional connectivity, but also that mental, physical connectivity. I'm gonna But then we've got the Six of Wands, okay? That's your will, passion. This is someone riding in a horse in victory. It's the card of victory. It's the card of winning over. So whatever is going on, whatever is transpiring, if you are disconnected or if you are, connected, it doesn't matter which one, but whatever you're looking at there, know that there will be victory in whatever circumstances. And we're talking about will and passion and the sense of, because the card before this is the Five of Wands, where there's conflict, where there's difficulty. So it could be an overcoming of that. It could be a reconnection for you, bringing that uh, connectivity back if you've lost it with someone, if the communication has broken down. Okay, but there's certainly victory there. I'm going to have a look at what the challenge is for you. Just be more. Oh dear, yeah. I mentioned him, Knight of Swords. I said about that rushing in, didn't I? So I think the challenge there, for sure, yeah, is rushing. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords. I've got my screen on mirror, so I hold them up one way and they show up another. I get confused. It's good for my right and left hemisphere of my brain. Uh, yeah, so the challenge is rush, literally. We had that young page of swords, wielding his sword. So it could be a rush of thoughts. You could be anxious, or it could be, again, it could denote someone else, someone in your life. This is kind of like a mid-aged adult. Uh, it could be someone rushing in, um, overwhelming you with ideas, hence the Seven of Pentacles is telling you to wait to think. But again, we've got the Page of Pentacles. We do have a lot of court cards here. So I'm kind of feeling that this is very much connected to the actions of others. So if you are being swamped, overwhelmed with someone, with their thoughts, with their mind, with their inspiration, or even, I always see this card as kind of aggressive. It's not gentle. It's not like the Knight of Pentacles who's barely moving and who is steady plodding on his horse. He's galloping in, he's rushing in. There's wind in the background, and his cloak's flowing behind him. So it could be someone who's energetics, their energetics are extremely difficult for you, overwhelming. In that case, it needs you to step back. And there's that Page of Pentacles, and with our Seven of Pentacles, it's just, take that energetic, that kind of, take the beginner's mind, I think. Take the approach of being grounded, of, being happy with yourself. Don't let that kind of mental stimulation, if it's within you, or somebody swamping you with words, thoughts, and maybe aggressive words. Don't let them swamp you. Step back and look at your situation, look at your material situation, and spend time observing it. Again, I think these contain, I know they're very different cards, but they contain that kind of energy. But this one with the yellow background is about regaining your will. It's yellow, it's solar plexus, it's that, you know, pushing down into yourself and finding your will to act, to your will to push forward in a very solid, grounded, material way. So don't be whipped away by that person. I think I'm gonna pull some more cards on that Knight of Swords. See if we can uncover a little bit more about this energy of the Knight of Swords. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we have for that, yeah, that Knight of Swords is definitely disruptive. We have got, I have to change around because the mirroring. We have got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Devil and we have got the Chariot. So this is definitely asking you to move on from that. So if that energetic is in you, if your mind is racing, if you are rushing in, you need to walk away from that kind of mindset. If there is someone overwhelming you, particularly, I mean, yeah, that aggressive, forceful mental energy, if someone is overpowering you with that, there's a sense that, you know, there needs to be a cutting your losses. This is the path of the moon for me. This, no, that's it. I must, when I'm doing tarot readings, pull my camera back to not mirrored. So this is like the walking away. It's looking at your emotional feelings, looking at where you're at. With the devil, finding where you're chained, because this is indicating you're walking away from something that changes you. So whether it's your mental patterns, whether it's someone overwhelming you with words, maybe aggressive words, someone kind of chaining you to them, making you feel as though, you know, you can't do anything without them. It could be someone pressuring you into acts or actions that you wouldn't ordinarily go. And then we have the Chariot. I mean, it's the card of Cancer. This is the card of Capricorn, okay? So it's a Saturnian. It's like the discipline, the pushing down. It's 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 Capricorn going. So this is the card of Cancer, which is about nurture. But it's also, if you look at the black and the white, this is about learning how to harness. Again, we've got a, I've lost it. We have the Two of Cups as the bottom energy. So it's that sense of bringing the two polarities, the light and the dark together. So whatever this situation, however difficult it is, with this Knight of Swords, be it person or be it you, there is a real need to look at your emotional situation, line it up and walk away if you need to, if you're overwhelmed by it. Okay, untie yourself because those chains can be lifted. Untie yourself from any situation that feels wrong, dark for you, be it internally or externally, and move, take the action, take whatever it is you need to do. Because, if we go back to this divine matrix and the connectivity. The most important thing in any of our lives is a connectivity to ourselves. It's being authentic, it's being truly connected. But if you are and you are thinking of moving away from that energy internally or externally, there's your go. Okay, there's your go. So with our Six of Wands, the victory, which is in the kind of outcome place, let's have a look. Let's have a look if we've got any more. Oh, yes, we have. They flew out. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. So with our Six of Wands, that kind of victory, that's the willpower too. Okay, we talked about the willpower with the Pentacles, that looking, that observing what's going on. But this is the fire energy, so it's the will action, it's victory, it's having victory there. So your first card out in your outcome to go with the Six of Wands is the King of Pentacles. He is a solid foundation builder. He builds good foundations. He builds them solidly. So it may be that this energy will be coming into your life via a person, or it will be coming into your life via the work that you're doing, the way you're connecting with yourself, listening to yourself. Maybe because it's earth energy, maybe it's connecting to earth, going out in nature, doing your kind of earthy things to ground yourself to move ahead. And then we have this beautiful high priestess. Okay, it's the trump card of the moon Pisces. So the high priestess. I mean, she has the secret. See the pomegranates behind her. That alludes to the myth of Persephone, and she's got the two there again, the two columns. Okay, so that's severity and grace, Boaz and Jacobin, I think. Not that you need all that detail, but there's a sense here that, yeah, this is dropping into yourself. There is magic there. Okay, this divine matrix, whatever difficulty that is going on, this is an invitation to drop into yourself, to drop into the mystery of what's going on. Don't, although I said there's that move away from it, doesn't mean run away from it and not process whatever's going on. It actually means drop into the mystery of it. Nothing happens to us for no reason. I was just really struck by the light and the dark there. Yeah. Her dark pillar, severity. And then there's that grace. Can you see the light? I know it's the camera, but it's kind of, I think there's this sense of getting that balance between the light and the dark to go into the mystery of the light and the dark within you and outside of you. It is the high priestess. She is that, she's the Persephone of the underworld. She married Hades. So it's that kind of having that balance of your inner life, what is in your unconscious, your dreams, to hook up with this divine matrix. Maybe look at your dreams, because the high priestess is that mystery. She is the darkness, but she also lived 6 months on the earth where we have all those pentacles. So we really, if I'm looking at the cards in terms, we have every element here. We have water, so we're talking about your emotions. We have swords, we're talking about your thoughts. And we have wands, your will. And then we have the pentacles, what we're doing out in that world, how we're manifesting that. So I think I'm going to leave you with that sense of victory being very strongly, I'm going to put that card, about mastering what's around you, looking at what's around you, mastering that. So wherever the difficulties that come in reality, in those earthly pentacles, drop down into yourself, inquire of spirit. What is the mystery? I was talking earlier about, connecting up to nature. You can become a master builder by um, connecting with nature, but that has to be done in a soulful way. That is the mystery of earth, of the material. Okay. So that's what I have for you. So I hope that was helpful. I really do. And as I say, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, all that business. And check out my website, soulsymbols.co.uk, if you want to book a reading, a tarot reading, or an astrology reading. Um, yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, lots of love. Bye bye.